Hey guys, Color K here. Just want to do a tutorial on this kind of rainbow, mermaid, rainbow fish type of look for you guys. We got the scales going all over the sides of the face, down the nose, really pretty lipstick and eyeshadow. If you guys want to see how I achieved this look, just stay tuned and keep watching. Thanks. Right, so I've already applied the foundation of my makeup. Haven't done any contouring or highlighting yet. We'll do that at the very end just so it's not overpowering with the rest of the look. What I'm going to go ahead and start out with is, this is actually NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I went ahead and just depotted all of my jumbo pencils. I have them all in this case here. So this is my Milk. If anybody has these, you know how difficult it is to like try to sharpen them or pretty much anything, so just depotted them all. And so you're just going to rub Milk all over your eyelid. And make sure you get it underneath too. You don't want like a super thick layer because you don't want to get any creasing. Just a nice thin kind of tacky layer. This is going to be more of like a rainbow mermaid. I'm going to go ahead and start out first with some bright yellow, and I'm going to use the matte one right now from the 88 palette, the bright yellow one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just put that right in the center of my eyes. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you can always add glycerin at the end to make your skin look wet, and it'll kind of camouflage anything. Plus you're a mermaid, everything's going to blend. You're going to have so many colors on your face. So go ahead and just slap this in the corners. And you can actually bring it up a little further too, so when we blend colors into it, there's a little more room to blend it. The next step is going to be green. And I'm going to use this shimmer green in the 88 palette. So I'll get rid of that. In the 88 palette, this green right here. And that's just kind of going to be our next color. And we're not worried about blending right now at all. We're just putting it on there. And you do want to overlap with the yellow a little, but don't worry about blending yet. And we're just doing it right on the lid right now, like below the crease. I guess right at the crease. Not any higher. Right, so next up I'm going to take more of this like tealish blue-green here. And I'm going to cover about half of the green I just put on, not all of it. And bring that out a little further as well. So next up we're going to take kind of a royal purplish color, a little bit of a blue hint, definitely more of a bluish purple rather than a pinkish purple. And put that on the end of our eye. And like I said, nothing has to be perfect yet. We'll fix everything in the end, so just kind of throw it on there. No rhyme or rhythm to it. That's why this is a really easy one for beginners. You'll see how easy it is at the end. Well, in a minute, I should say. So, I mean, you get a general shape with it, but you don't have to worry about any, like, perfect edges or corners or anything like you would with other eye makeups. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is just take that same bluish green here, and I'm going to put that entirely under my eyes. Leave a little room for purple at the very end. Alright, so now we're going to go back to that same purple color and take it, and now we're going to take it from that corner, mix it into the blue, and then bring it up in kind of a straight line. So now you've got kind of a line here, and now you can go ahead and just blend that corner to it, just to bring that out, and you know where to bring it out to now. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take that corner, blend it right there at the bottom, and then just bring it up. Okay, now you can see where that line needs to meet, and blend that in a little. Or fill that in, I should say. Okay, so now you can see where those two colors need to go. What we're doing next is taking more of like a dome brush, and this is a tight dome brush. This is by Coastal Scents. And we're going to go ahead in with this kind of bright pink, kind of fuchsia, this one right here. Right, and so we're actually going to just take that right across the top. Let's go ahead and start at the purple. Bring that down into the corner. And where you have that yellow at, it's going to blend and make a little bit of an orange. And then that green. So the pink's going to mix with all these colors and make a little bit of a different color everywhere. Alright, and you're going to blend this part. And we started out with a really thin amount first, so we could just blend that out real nice. Right, so now that we have that blended, we are actually going to go right back in with that same pink and just make it a little darker and brighter in there. Because we want that pink to be super noticeable. We just wanted to blend it out first. Okay, so put that in a little heavier now. Okay, blend out that edge a little. Now we're going to go back in with that purple again and just brighten up our purple a little more since most of it kind of got blended out. And this time you will want to blend it into it a little. But this is not, you don't need any skill to do what I'm doing. These colors, they're all so bright, they blend very easily into each other. And go ahead and take that out to a little bit of an angle into that pink. Just so you get a little bit of that darkness back in it. And then blend that over, just kind of feather it in. Alright, so I'm going to use this highlight color Jessie Girl in Eye Dust, and it comes out, it's very messy first of all, so I can't show you the whole pot, but it's a very glittery, you can see that, and when you actually put it onto your skin, it's a very glittery dust. Alright, so I'm going to use that as my highlight. Just going to go ahead and use like a tiny bit off of the lid. Dip it in there a little. And you really don't want too much on your brush. And then kind of spread it amongst the brow so you don't get too much in one spot. And then go ahead and just blend that in as your highlight. And go ahead and bring that all the way down. Tap it over your yellow a little bit since your yellow was matte. It's the only matte eyeshadow we used. Go ahead and even take this under your eyes a little bit. Because shiny is good when you're a mermaid. Right, so I'm also going to dip my kind of feather brush into that a little. And just get under my eye and a nice little highlight on there. Put a little bit of this down your nose, your forehead just a tiny bit. Whatever. Hula bronzing powder. And I want these to be nice and defined. Go ahead and bring this into your temples a little. Now we're going to go ahead and define the eyebrows. This is my go-to eyebrow pencil. Be perfect for a mermaid look too, because you want that very strong, well-defined brow. This is the Givenchy, and I believe this is in medium. Pretty sure it's in medium. It's not light, I know that, or not blonde, so maybe just brown. Maybe the color's brown. So we're going to go ahead and define the brows. I like to just start out a little bit feathering in the middle, and then go ahead and bring it into the rest of your brow. And go lightly with this if you have light hair, because this pencil it's a powdered pencil, but it comes out very, very pigmented. So obviously that brow is not done yet. Now I'm going to go in with just an angled brush, and I know this is tiny, teeny tiny, but this is the Benefit Brow Wax angle brush, and it's my favorite angle brush to use. Go in and just blend this out. Sharpen your edges a little bit. Alright, now that we have our eyebrows all done, we'll go ahead and go on with our liquid liner. My favorite liquid liner is BH Cosmetics liquid liner. I think it's like $2. It's black. It's got a felt tip. I know a lot of people don't like the felt tips. This one's really good until it dries out, and then it's horrible. But also what's good about it is when one end starts to dry out, you could pull it out and flip it around. You do get stuff all over your fingers, but you can do that and keep reusing it. But when they're brand new, they're perfect, and for me, $2 is not a big deal to have to keep buying new ones. And I mean, they last a good several months before you have to buy a new one, so it's not much different. But go ahead and just do a little winged eyeliner on here. So I just do short strokes along the entire eye. And I see a lot of people when they are doing their winged eyeliner, they do it with their eyes closed and then they can't figure out what they're doing wrong. I like to do mine with my eye open, because then I can see how close to my lashes it is. And then when I go ahead and do my edge, I look at where my waterline is. And from there. We're not going to do a too dramatic of a winged eyeliner. Just make it thin and simple. I know a lot of people stress about making their winged eyeliner perfect and trying to get it to all match. Sometimes you just gotta make your lines extremely thin and then just slowly thicken them. Oh, hello, pup. Slowly thicken them one part at a time until they're as even as you think you can make them. And remember, your eyeliner is just like your eyebrows. So, they're sisters, not twins. So, this is Keller, my little pup. Okay, baby, that's enough. Alright, so at this point, you could be, obviously we're not exactly a mermaid yet, so at this point you could be, a fairy, a princess, just rainbowy, but now's the point where we become the mermaid. We're going to get our scales, so what I do is take a wig cap, and if you have, that kind of foam lining, like mesh lining that goes around fruit or vegetables, if you have some of that, use that as well. I personally like that better, but I don't have any around right now. It's not something that I just always have in my house. So what we're going to do with this is go ahead and pull it around our head, and I'm going to do the thinner side down so that I don't mess up all my makeup. Okay. So this is the part where we're going to look really funny, but it works. So go ahead and just stretch this over, and this is why we haven't done our eyelashes yet, because if we do our eyelashes first, then this is going to be really bad. So go ahead and just stretch that over there. Right, for this part we're going to take, sorry, no, this is weird. We're going to take it's kind of a flat brush, but it's a little stiff, but not too stiff. So what we're going to do with this is take our makeup and just pat it over. Make sure you don't rub it anywhere, because if you rub it, then these lines are going to move, and they're not going to be exactly where you wanted them. So I want to take similar colors that we have in our eyeshadow. My favorite color of all those was that teal, and we only have a tiny bit of it in there, so that's a good color to pull in, to be able to mix that in a little bit. Also yellow. I think I'll take the shimmery yellow first, since we are kind of a rainbow mermaid. So I want to go ahead and take this down in here. And yellow is a good color to start with, so that it'll blend out a little easier. And so kind of just take it down until there's nothing too much left on your brush. Okay, we're going to take the same thing with that yellow, go right on top of our highlight, keep it pretty high up there, and round this one around the eyebrow and make it neat. We're doing it lighter in this area, in the temples, heavier on the forehead and on the actual cheekbones. And we're starting with the lightest color because we're going to use the same brush the whole time. You don't have to, but I like to. So what's the point of dirtying a ton of brushes when you don't need to? Right, next up we'll go in with that lime green that we used on our eyes as well. and kind of just blend that into the yellow. But again, like I said, you're going to keep it patting, not moving, not swiping back and forth. And bring that down on top of the yellow. So we're going to cover some of the yellow, but not all of it. It'll still be showing underneath it. Alright, so now with the next part, we're going to take in that really pretty blue color. That one's my favorite. And again, you're going to cover most of the stuff you just did. There will still be parts where it'll show up, so don't worry. And you know, if you want to just skip the yellow and green parts, you can do that as well. I like to do it so that I know that there are parts where the green will be showing through. And you can skip certain parts. You don't have to go over the whole thing. Just kind of pat around it so you have different color scales. Alright, so my camera shut off, so back to with that blue color, and we're just kind of patting it around on top of all of the yellow and green we just did, so that we have blue and yellow and green scales all going through there. So unfortunately my camera died, and right when it did die, I was finishing up applying our blue around the outside. After that, I added some purple, just random spots, not too heavy, and then I went in with the pink, and then a little bit of a dark blue. And those I left sparingly, so I have mostly, well, I guess an equal amount of light color to dark color contrast. And also, the green is a little more heavy to keep it a little lighter because we don't want to look too muddy. And then I went ahead and applied my false eyelashes and my lipstick. What my lipstick is Urban Decay 24-Hour Glide On Pencil. Lined my lips with that. Inside of that lining, I did LA Covers, this blue color. I got this at the dollar store, so I don't know if it's still around or not. And then inside of that, I used one of my NYX lipsticks. It's the hot pink. I don't know what color exactly it is. I'm sorry. All of my lipsticks are depotted. And I just took a lip brush and blended that into the inside. So that's the finished look I got. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and apply our wig. So this is a new wig cap. It's nice and clean. It's not all dirty like my other one was from using it on our makeup. Go ahead and pull all your hair up. I don't have to do anything special with my hair because I have short hair. If you have longer hair, you're going to have to braid it, put it into a bun or something. Right, so I was trying to debate on which wig I should wear. I think I'm going to go with this hot pink. Alright you guys, so this is our final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos to come. If you want to request any Halloween looks, go ahead and let me know below what you'd like. And thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.